This piano piece, entitled Ballad of Revolt, was composed in 1943 as a tribute to people in the home front resistance movement in Norway and their unwavering bravery fighting the German occupation. Luckily, Norway has, since World War II, been freed from foreign military occupation. However, for almost 2 years, the global COVID-19 pandemic has posed a major threat to humans worldwide, also in Norway. I think this musical piece captures some of the energy mobilized when humans are faced with the fundamental threat, whether it is an armed war or a battle against a virus. Perhaps this piece should remind us that some values are worth fighting for, that we may all contribute by standing up for the better cause, and that we should merge efforts to secure healthy lives for ourselves and for all around us. With this having been said, I am very happy to welcome you to this year's MMIV conference, entitled Precision Imaging Advancing Patient Care. Similar to last year, the conference will go hybrid. As you know, at last minute, stricter national COVID-19 regulations precluded us from gathering the more than 100 physical participants that we originally planned for. We are very sorry that we are not able to invite all of you to enjoy a physical conference at this beautiful venue at Gran Bergen. However, we are extremely happy that we from the very beginning have planned for a hybrid conference, allowing high-quality attendance virtually. So, to sum up, we heartily welcome all of you, irrespective of where your location at the moment. This conference gathers clinicians, medical and technical scientists, and industry partners, all bringing in their perspectives and knowledge on how imaging can be translated to better patient care. We have invited very successful scientists, decision makers, and partners to present critical steps that needs to be addressed. How we are to utilize technological advances and push the borders to develop new medical applications that will ultimately advance patient care. The sessions at the conference will cover topics ranging from patient perspectives from a former patient that I will introduce you to very soon, visual communication in healthcare, the convergence of radiology and pathology, the future of education across disciplines, interdisciplinary education and research, how to make it work. And we'll see how radiology meets pathology in breast cancer and also in gynecologic cancer through radiogenomic profiling. And also look at more organizational matters. How are we to provide access to imaging data for research and share it? Also, at the end, there will be a session about advanced MR imaging in neuroscience. Importantly, we also have physical posters here, more than 20 posters, and the same posters can be seen at Discord, and the instruction is given online at our webpage, in addition to the link as you see here. So it will be easy to interact with poster presenters in that way, also for the virtual participants. We are also very fortunate to have industry partners that will have a presentation also this afternoon. At the very beginning, I want to sum up a little about the status of Moon Medical Imaging and Visualization Center as per 2021. You have seen some of this, slide before, saying that we are a multidisciplinary team. We have lots of different backgrounds on the scientists, for the scientists that work at our center. And we have had a very successful, also lots of publications, scientific publications that have been published the last year and the 4 years that we have existed as the center. We have also published this MMIV annual report recently that you could download from our webpage. So there are lots of information that you could get hold of by looking at that. But I think we are a quite diverse scientific community, and we are trying to build this and have made lots of progress the last year. Also to inform the ones that don't know the center as well as we do, we are located at the top floor in Ulriksdalen, and there are about 40 to 50 scientists sitting there on a daily basis. We have had press coverage in the news media the last years, and we are closely collaborating with researchers, in particular at UIB, at Haukeland Sykehus and the University of Western Norway, but also nationally and internationally. So there are lots of international students also present here, sitting at the center. And we have collaborating also with vendors, being visible here as industry sponsors. So I think we have a lot to rejoice about in that sense. And just to also remind people about our core activities that we constantly expand, but still much of the activity is circled around machine learning and AI, cancer imaging, in particular gynecologic cancer imaging, visualization, advanced visualization methods. You see the wonderful PIs and senior scientists involved, neuroimaging, and the research packs and digital platforms for sharing of digital data and integration of machine learning into these platforms. And finally, the National Network for Precision Imaging and Machine Learning that we have been awarded to host. Precimal, you can see the roll-up here, both MMIV and Precimal giving you more information. So these are the core activities that we try to treasure and build upon when we work. And this wonderful slide prepared by Nuska really exemplifies and displays how intermingled we have become as scientists within the center. There are actually connections between almost everyone. And it's likely that it will be more to come. So just by being together the way we are, I think that's a wonderful way to get to learn each other's fields and move forward together, pull this. And then the Precimal, as I mentioned, that have their own webpage. We have 3 students from Trondheim having their travel grant and with the poster here, and we welcome you. And so I think know about this and use this network nationally to boost your science. So that's also something I want to inform about. And just before I start giving the word to the first keynote presenter here now, I will just remind you, what are the core values and visions that we treasure within MMIV? What motivate us? Well, we formulated this first sentence here: we bring together technology and medicine for advancing state-of-the-art medical imaging and visualization. That's cool enough, and it's important. But in the medical context, that means we work to provide better and refined tools, imaging-wise. We work to characterize human disease in a more meaningful way and unravel connections that otherwise wouldn't be possible to detect. We want to promote early detection of disease, monitoring of the disease, and provide markers that can contribute to develop more individualized treatment strategies. So that would be more in the horizon far back. That's our overall aim, but we'll need to merge efforts to move in that direction. So this is also very much in line with the theme of the conference. So moving forward with this. I also want to present the Scientific Advisory Board that in 2021 has been extended also with two wonderful female colleagues, Professor Tode Baten at NTNU and Helga Brøgger at the Norwegian Board of Health Supervision, in addition to the four wonderful scientists, international scientists that have helped us guide the direction of the center the last 3 years. Professor Bernhard Breim at the University of Magdeburg, Professor Anders Persson, director at CMIV, and Professor Anders Dale, director of CMG in the US, and head of the advisory board, Professor Bradley Erickson at Mayo Clinic. So we have a very good team of collaborators and advisors that can help us guiding the direction. So I think we should also be happy about that and rejoice in it. Okay, now over to the opening keynote by Marco El Safadi. I will just tell a little about Marco. I have learned from the webpage that you were born in Lebanon, or at least from Lebanon, have lived in Berlin and Bergen, finally. He is an ex-professional basket player and has a well-known reputation as an excellent lecturer and a wonderful role model for young people and youngsters, among others. Perhaps also for us. We'll see how that turns out. And his title, I like the title that he has when he writes his emails, and that is Relasjonshøvding, which is quite unique. I have translated it to Chief of Relations, which seems quite ambitious. I like it. So that is amazing. And he has also been quite open about his experience as a former patient. So we wanted to give him a little challenging title in that context and help us see the patient perspective on such a conference. So we have given him the title In the Scanner, Preparing for the Worst, while hoping for the best. So please, Marco, the stage is yours.
Thanks.